If you're someone who posts to X.com regularly and wish there was an automation that could simply take your brand, your niche, your offer, your tone, and then generate a post for you every single day and then post it on X.com on your profile without you having to do anything, well, now there's a solution. It's called Social Wizard, and I'm going to show you how to build it in HighLevel and Make. Follow along. First thing is we jump into Make.com, go ahead and create your account over here, and then we need this particular module. They call it modules in Make.com. So you click on this plus sign, you search for xtweetapi.com, and then when you click on it, it says create a connection. You click on create a connection and it wants an API key. This means that we have to go to X, the developer side, create a developer account, generate an API, and then come back and plug it in over here. So let's go do that. You navigate to developer.x.com. It asks you to sign this agreement and you say, I am building a personal automation to post updates from my blog RSS feed to my own Twitter timeline using Make.com. Let's just call this X, and then we agree to everything, hit submit. Okay, this is the developer side right here. Let's look over here, project apps. We do have a default project already. Let's go ahead and edit that one. Edit, Social Wizard Automation. This app was created to use the X API to post from GHL to Make to X automatically. Okay, so now we have to authenticate. Let's go ahead and set up read and write and direct message. That'd be cool. We're not going to request any email information, so we can leave that off. We are a web app, automated app, or a bot. Put in the callback. So this is what Gemini gave me. Make used to be called Integromat. Then we'll put our own website. Hit save. Yes, we want to take effect. Here we get some keys. So client ID, let's grab this, copy it over somewhere else safe. Same thing with the client secret. We're going to use this one. And you just hit the copy button here for each one of these. And then done. Okay, that should be enough to go back to Make now. And let's plug in our client secret here and save. So this is news to me. As of April 3rd, 2025, Make is unable to create an integration with X because X has API policy requirements and the pricing just doesn't make sense for them. So even if we can create this because there's a module within Make, it's still going to fail. So let's just pivot over to Facebook instead. So right click, delete this module. Let's go ahead and create a new one. I'll call it Facebook pages. And we'll say create a post. This is great. It just connects automatically. Very nice. Click on it one time. And then you're going to hit add and you're going to log in with your credentials, username and password. So you don't have to worry about APIs with Facebook. This is really nice. And then it automatically picks up all of the pages that you have. In this case, we're going to pick Sonic Combinator, which is one of my pages. And then let's pick this variable over here. And so what we're saying is anything that you receive from the webhook is what I want you to post as the caption. And then our call to action is going to be our school about, and then hit save. So now we're working backwards. So Facebook, this is going to go ahead and post to our page. But what it's going to post is whatever it gets from here. And the webhook is anything you send to this link right here is going to pass over to the Facebook module. Now, how do we send things to this link? We copy this address and we go into our builder. Now, this is our workflow that you can get from our school community. You'll just import it and it has 3 triggers. Scheduler is how often you want to run this workflow. You could set it up to daily, for example. Because I'm testing right now, I'll probably just say hourly and then say 1. And then hit save trigger and the form submitted. This is the really neat part because there's a dedicated form that I can go and fill out. Let's say my brand name changed and I have a niche and I have a particular offer. Like right now we have this Cyber Monday sale going on till the end of the week where you get 50% off HighLevel if you use my affiliate link. So if I wanted to push something like that or change it based on seasons, I could come in here and change this form every time. Then once you fill out the form, it just continuously posts to Facebook in this case. And then there's this trigger that I can enable the form and turn it off. So if I wanted to pause it, I could change this from configured to paused. So right now it's configured, which means it's on. And what's happening is all that data from the form is being sent to ChatGPT using this prompt. And you can copy this if you'd like, but it's basically pulling in every variable from that form saying, hey, this is the type of post I want you to create. And then that data is being stored inside of the contact field of the customer in this particular variable. And this is that variable that's going to contain the entire post that ChatGPT creates. And we're going to send this to make.com. Now, how do we send it? We need a custom webhook. So adding this custom webhook here, this is a URL that we just saw on make.com, which was this one right here. And when we copied it, we paste it right here. And then we tell the webhook that the type of information we're sending is an application in JSON format. And what is that going to look like? You have a curly bracket and then caption, and then ChatGPT 1 response is the variable we're sending. And you close it with a curly bracket as well, and then hit save, and then save action. And now we're ready to test this out. So let's go to test workflow, pick a test user, and then hit run test. Now, if we follow along in the execution log, we can see that it was added to the workflow. So that particular user is executing, and then the data went over to ChatGPT, and in the details, it says it created something. Step into the spirit of Seattle, Washington with every stride. Our latest kicks are designed for urban adventures. That's the brand I had picked yesterday, so that's accurate. And then we update our contact field, so that was a success. And then from the custom webhook, we got a status 200, meaning that it's successful and it went to make, and then it finished the workflow over here. So let's go over to make and see what we got. Now the data would have arrived in this webhook, pushed over to Facebook. And then because I have this turned on down here, it says immediately as data arrives, like process it as soon as it shows up. And there's a threshold you can set here to make sure that you don't execute so many executions rapidly, costing you a bunch of money. So just keep that at like 50 or below. And so now this should have posted to Facebook. So let's go over to Facebook, and we see that a few seconds ago, this was posted. And now back here on my scheduler, once it works, I can come back into the scheduler and go ahead and set this to a daily execution, let's say at midnight, and then hit save trigger. And now that's just going to run forever and ever. And each time it executes, it costs me a few cents basically, because there's the cost of the workflow itself in HighLevel, the cost as it's going to OpenAI, and OpenAI will charge HighLevel, and then HighLevel will invoice me down the road. So the exact calculation isn't quite understood right now, but it is going to be a few cents. I would say maybe 10 or 15 cents per post. And they charge for this custom webhook. Every time you execute that, that's another penny. And then make.com itself has a subscription. The first 1,000 credits are free, so you're welcome to test this out, but then later I'll set up a subscription as well. So the goal is to do many social media systems at the same time. So I wanted to do X, we couldn't do it. In turn, we still did Facebook for today. Then I want to do Instagram and TikTok, and we'll see whatever other ones we can do as well. So stay tuned. If you want to try your hand at doing this yourself instead of just watching, you can use my HighLevel affiliate link in the description below. If you use that, you get an extended 30-day HighLevel trial, hundreds of pre-built AI agents, access to my school community, 40+ business and marketing courses that I've built. You'll have all of my website template that you've seen me create. I'll even hop on a live Zoom call with you twice a week to help guide you and build your business with you. You'll have a direct line to me and also a chance to join my agency and run some of these businesses that I have, as well as take on my client. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.